Asem yidiko, asem yidika.
Inna beka.
Akwesi insia.
Commander 6.
Kano send it.
Nankopona asumdwe nka obibia. So Brenado afidie ato Adom TV. Ye streaming on all our social media platforms, from Facebook, ekosi YouTube. Baby abeko be live or hodom. Uhunu streaming now, share the page. Share the page. Nanjem fasodia so fama obi. We Yankopon asem kroje ne yebeka akire no. Feeling ke ka obi anim. So share the page on Adom TV Extra on Facebook. YouTube Adom TV. Unsane ya ja comment so to atse. Me did akwasisi Asem ni kabre and I do. So once again, happy birthday and confirma Omahene Kwabena Asante, host of Bedroom on Adom TV. So man, you go so we show all the best. Nyankopon ko so man nshira na yem ye. O tim say Ethiopian burger pa we straight away. So yeah, jijigum. So that's your man Omahene Kwabena Asante. And when you're 50 years. 50 years of his life and in the Tioba, you can say Yakopon Shroud. Yamwonyo Kase, or Mamma Sonia Ding, in Tia Townful. Uncle to be a probi a moto and fabao. Nana yem yen a humobro, na doye, and Nicasia, and Tokoso, and Transo Sam. Happy birthday, Elko, and so far, Nana say Akoto. Yako School and Nel Educational Complex, Bokrum Estate, A-Line, Kumasi Asem na make, and then when you're 7 years, to be free, Omame, and a rich auntie, Franca. Franca, means away years, Franca. Means what about years, you hear the Jamiasim. So, Nana say Akoto, you are 7 years today. Happy birthday. And call F Mount. Obi also would do birthday, and there be also, they wish you all the best. Yankopon Shroud. Now on your Casequis obey a Casepa. So, Enra, and I exactly 100 days. Yeah, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, a sako from a son, yes, a Ghana, Mampeni from Finshanai, ya a DNM. Na enra ne am yan family say na 100 days me end 12 midnight so yenya asemidika so etino say the broad ne babeka His Excellency John Dramani Mama ne NDC for the Ghana for sign a social contract for 120 days yeah 100 days because say abeya convention be across world political divide or world governance. Say we are saying bebre, ko ama bebre so a ye bu onkunta ne for ha ya wodi e wo office. That's the first quarter of the administration. 100 days no. Anyway, but president mama ye ne dey 120 days. So at the 120 days, e ba be say baby a wantimi anwie no, watimi awie ni nyina say no ka kire na. So quickly but we say the 100 days promises no I read ne fulfillment I read about farmer okay so this is it. Yanko. This is His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. 100 days in office. 100 days in office. He said tracking President Mahama's first 100 days in office. And it's 120 days social contract with the good people of Ghana. So the 26 social contract with Ghanaians, any or see or be nominated within 14 days. The complete list of cabinet ministers for parliamentary approval constitute the leanest and most efficient government under the Fourth Republic. We mienu enye. The next one. So first, 120 days na person mama kan wasem ne waka so be ni. Establish a robust code of conduct and standard for all government officials. Hold a national economic dialogue to discuss the true state of the economic dialogue and proposes homegrown fiscal consolidated programs to guide the budget. Enti when you say ba ko de wan see any say aswafo a wɔpa ɔmo no wɔde nhyɛ begu akwam de amu ɔmo sɛ na bi ɔbɛbɔ ɔbra sɛ ne yɛsɛ ne fata na abɔ ɔman ka kɔ no so atumi awie pɛyom ana baako so ka wo yɛ sɛ ɔsi ɔbɛyɛ national economic dialogue nobody nsusuye aba ye Ghana yakase nsusuye nya amano ne fo de ko betimi afa so ye sika se betimi agira na so ye empo se koba se ye ni IMF hyehyeye asiam na yato so ne scrap draconian taxes like the EV, COVID levy and ne keka ho enyina. Establish an accelerated export development council to promote export as part of a broader strategy for economic transformation. Eti ko betimi afa so epa ekobi so akabe together na Ghana ye export ni mede ko amonone ebetimi adoso na dis kabebre ede abre oman convene a national consultative forum, a conference on education to build consensus on needed improvement to the sector oni pe yakos betena senior hwe se ye gba Ghana ye disua ho nsem no kwa betimi afa so a eso betimi atrem amana kama agina na so ye pa implement the no academic fee policy for all first year students. It's one na echo suapomu no academic fee year job no mampedika so be yi for that was part of the first 120 days in office. Introduce the following social intervention programs: free tertiary education for persons with disability and the Ghana medical care near friend Mahama care no. It was so by one na say be what them open so ko suapomu a aba befa ho ka kwa untwa he. And what the Mahama care be ya pomni wonsem. Ya no so betimi aboasena be ya pomni wonsem ebetimi agina na so ye pa. Commence the distribution of free sanitary pads for female students in primary and secondary schools. Also the first 120 days, you know, and ma yeah, some of you so bu on na so skasem more dinti. Want to into sanitary pads na baba chebia mo free. A part of the 120 days, you know. Eti wi baba hwe say watimi afofele na. So the 26th social contract with Ghanaians by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Timaka, the free tertiary education for persons with disability, the Ghana Medical Care Trust, that's Mahama Cares Fund, commenced the distribution of free sanitary pads for female students in primary and secondary schools. Institute inquiries and or forensic audit into the collapse of indigenous Ghanaian banks and financial institutions, illegal printing of money, the $58 million national cathedral scandal, illegal and inflated single source contract, COVID-19 expenditure scandal, PDS, Ajapa, Asem, ambulance spare parts, the 13th African Games, Skytrain, Pualugu Dam, match set, Galamsey fraud, missing excavators, bust scandal. 80 scandals how do you say a course so under Nanado Dam Kwakufuado. A press your bubble see. The first 120 days, obey him. Obey him. Institute a government policy banning political appointees from purchasing state assets. It's also obey him. Or the policy share by the first 120 days. I said, oh yeah, over some of my Ghana Brasona Woka, untimin to a bench up a debia. Say ya buying fee, say ya buying car, say ya buying bicycle, say ya buying moto. Untimin tomobia and fen free uncle. Send your to no quano janisa. Alco. Commence review of the Customs Amendment Act 2020 to scrap the law banning the importation of salvage vehicles to rescue the local automotive industry. Lay before Parliament a new bill to streamline government scholarship administration, prohibit political appointees from accessing government scholarship. But team, I don't know so I say first 120 days, you know. You were political appointees, we're not minister, we're not MP, we're not be a DCB. Scholarship, you must say one na any be. Now, so minister of finance, yeah, the bottom say shop. Kono akoji buy scholarship. Your mama so obey. Or they say come and share your film. Na yeah, you need na for say na be ya. Oh yeah, aban so afo a. Untimi nya scholarship. Emfa nko sua de obey. I say o man Ghana, say ya mno ne. Ni nyankofo ayo no waye bia ma. O pese o ko sua de a. Wa ti bottom sika. Bosom so etwa aka. Na me cocoa board CEO na katwa be 80,000 so akoje ayi government scholarship so de kwa kosia de do mama so mpere. Ban illegal and new mining activities in forest reserves. Roll out our Tree for Life and Blue Water initiative to heal and sustainably harness the environment and turn water bodies degraded by illegal mining into economic and ecological recovery hubs. Eti jo mama so obey or the shame go akwa se be amanfo a ekwa beretuom ekwa galamsey no ye betwa ni nyina mu eno chi tree for life me so ba blue water guards eso e wo mo pempe oh yesu se be galamsey fo nam so a e ba omabo sa go fo nyina so 120 days omuchem. Commence investigative process to purge state security agencies of all militia and vigilante elements. Reopen investigation to major unresolved criminal cases, including 2020 election killings. Ayowa's West will go any eke kaunyi. It was what by Basabasaya, of course, or Mangan about to emu and Kanka 2020 about to mu. Obey him with the first 120 days, a kahu ebi. Initiate probe into man-made disaster caused by the VRS pillage from the Akosombo Dam. To us, obey Akosombo Dam na ye be a cost a month for them bureau from Mantemno. Obey him. Emebeka Sege Adan in Portemono. The first 120 days. Also obey him. Initiate immediate steps to compensate the flood victims, including those in Oti, Bonobono East and Savannah regions. To Muswa, Sebo Hukai Ewomusuno, Abai essay. Overboard. Now the verdict. Ana Asem near waye any own to me any. Promises nominate within 14 days the complete list of cabinet ministers. We are promising no. Verdict here say I no correct what me aye. So by the cabinet minister within 14 days what me aye. Number 2, so on the 21st January 2025, exactly 14 days after inauguration, the president submitted the final list of his cabinet. Because the leanest and most efficient government under the Fourth Republic. So the number of ministers, no, ampa otmi say ya can say the current number of ministers 55. 55, including deputies in 55. It's leanest no echo. So we check the awarding efficient no, and we check later. Hold a national dialogue or to discuss the true state of the economy. And also on the March 3 and 4, economic dialogue. It also your mama can no why scrap the draconian taxes like levy, COVID-19 levy, 10% levy on bet winnings and emissions levy. And also March 26, President Mahama enam Marashe ya forso ama ya scrapeno. So on the 2nd of April, also then sa esha seman be ya Marase. Sata so kan wasem so be ni nyina afiri wo no your boss so wona asem de wo yi ni nyina e de afiri so the verdict here say ampa watimi achieve convene national consultative conference on education it also on February 18th and 19th on me education conference you me and Framantemu over 300 stakeholders and of course I made as ABA it also kaso be no on education forum no. And so on the February 18th and 19th. And the whole no and no and so. Tell us what I saw be ampa. Yes, scorecard say utimi ye. Allocate seed money for the establishment of the Women's Development Bank. In the 2025 budget, verdict in here, the government allocated 50 million cedis as a seed money for the Women's Development Bank. Many experts believe, however, that the amount is not enough to start a bank. Yes, my mama can say. As part of the first 120 days, no ba obey come here they bought for tour and about Women's Bank no can was one power buy the budget roye or so the 50 million is that tour. He had bought for tour at the bank. Next one I've been named day. I was about 50 million from me bank. They are buying some rebim to on why there's a bit to be a pair no or chna any be home. So reopen investigations to major unresolved criminal cases, including 2020 elections killings. So on January 10, 2025, the Mama Ekachile IGP said, open investigation into Nianam's Rima, ya kwa batos nipa FM ewuye. Etenoso, asati ya so woye. Ayo aso di anoso no, waye ene Ahmed Swale, di anoso no, anoso, waye. Swati asiye. Eti, initiate immediate steps to compensate the flood victims, including those in Oti, Bono East, and Savannah regions. I see the 2025 budget, about to just say, 300 million Ghana cedis, and yes, one compensate to a more cost of dam. Equity of my friends can have a code, but at least Mampeni actually say, no castle beno, what you want more. So far, this is the verdict Adom Bedwem Ede Ebro say the 120 days na His Excellency John Dramani Mahama share ho bono kakra sa associate him say emududu na de wa achieve emududu na ne ontimi achieve ye no ye beka eno so ho asem e de akire asemi de kanie me de akwasi ya pese mu eto aso akra
Asem yidiko, asem yidika. Asem yidika.
In the Becca.
Akwasi insia.
Commander 6.
Kano senior